And are you refreshed? Good. Now what?
Hi. First, I want to say thank you. I've learned so much in the last couple of years. Learning from you has put a lot of things together for me, and a lot of things make sense now. One of the issues I realize I still have is, why can't I be myself in front of other people?
Well, that's one of the benefits of discovering and really getting good at this unconditional love thing. Because before that, you and almost everybody else is counting on keeping yourself feeling good by getting appreciation or approval from others. In other words, the biggest condition that people are trying to control, that is uncontrollable, is the perception that other people have of them.
Yes.
It's such a flawed premise that you could possibly behave in a way that could cause someone to approve of you when there are so many things that are causing them to stand in the vibrational place that they are standing in. In other words, you're not the reason that people feel the way they do, and yet the way they feel is what's reflected back to you. And so, for the most part, most people are running around in a world of people who are not very well aligned, not doing it on purpose, who are trying to control conditions in order to feel good. So you came into a world where a lot of people said to you, you need to be this way so that I can feel better, and you need to be this way so that I can feel better. And the problem is, they all need you to be just a little different way. And after a while, you get a little insecure.
Yes.
Because while you're pleasing that one, you're not pleasing that one, and while you're pleasing that one, you're not pleasing that one, and while you're pleasing that one, and you're not pleasing that one. And then pretty soon you just start accepting or saying about yourself that you're just not good at this because you can't control the way people perceive you, and it's because you're looking for love in all the wrong places, you see.
Yes.
When you realize that Source is right there with you, and you tune yourself to the frequency that allows you to fill up with that, now you're steady and you're sure. So what was your original question? The issue is,
why can't I be myself in front of other people?
Because you have allowed yourself to believe that you need to be the way they need you to be so that they can feel better. And that's more important to you than you feeling the way you need to feel in order for you to fill up with the alignment that is really you. It's clear, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you see, it's not just others doing it to you, it's you doing it to others also.
Yes.
In other words, you're sort of training each other in a very conditional living by responding to this when it feels good in a positive way and responding to that when it feels bad in a negative way. And so now you're all just kind of trying to scramble around and control conditions that you can't control, and you're all blaming each other for the way you feel.
Yes.
You're a little hard on yourself, too.
Very.
Yeah, so stop it.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
It does.
Makes sense. And can't you feel a sort of resolution in it? So let's say that you are feeling self-conscious because there is someone not in alignment who is looking at you with a critical eye. And you believe that you need to do something to soothe their critical eye. They need to do something to soothe their critical eye. What a concept. Well, it's the only place that freedom will ever come from. You will never feel free until you are free of trying to control the way others feel about you, which is uncontrollable. Because there are too many moving parts in their life experience. You cannot control their perception of you because you cannot control their perception. How about that? You can't. Esther heard a comment from somewhere standing in the airport the other day, and they were talking about how eyewitness report, 5 people were eyewitness to something, and they all told a different story of what they saw. And it isn't because they're liars, just that one. It's because their perception was their perception, that you see through your perception, you see. So once you play with this a little while and you little by little discover alignment by the focus of your own mind, not only will it become less important to you to find love through the appreciation of others, but you will be a flower of that unconditional love. Think about it, both in the way it comes to you and in the way it flows from you. Imagine practicing yourself into alignment. Let's say you got up. Well, let's start in a different place. Let's say you realized that while you slumber, your momentum stops. So you put yourself in your bed and you look forward to that sort of reset button. You look forward to waking up in that fresh place. And then you wake up in the morning and you feel pretty good, and you get something to eat, and then you sit and you quiet your mind and you put yourself in a nice place of alignment. And now you sit and you write some emotional words just to tune to them. Words like fun, words like free, words like clarity. Clarity is Esther's favorite word, because to feel clear is to feel in alignment. To feel clear is she realizes she's an extension of source when she's feeling clarity about something. So she will sit and just write words like that: clarity, freedom, fun. And many times she will repeat the same word over and over again. She'll just fill the page with those good feeling words until she's got that vibration going on around her. So then imagine being in that place where you're in a good place. You are experiencing unconditional love. There has not been one condition that you needed to be a certain way in order to feel this way. You just woke up and you didn't get in your own way. You woke up and you didn't introduce any conditions that would hinder it. Maybe that's why you want to go away for 11 days. You wake up, and you feel in alignment. And now you go out into your day, out into the world, and you are looking at everything in this world in an unconditional attitude, because you have shown yourself not one person, not one place, not one thing needs to adjust itself for your benefit. You are a perpetuator of unconditional love. You look out into the world and you look at the people, and you don't need anybody to be different in order for you to feel good. Oh, what freedom that is. Do you realize how beautiful the world will be? No one needs to be different in order for you to maintain this alignment.
Yeah.
And then that one walks in, does what that one always does, and you wish they'd go away. But you do it tomorrow, and you do it the next day, and you do it the next day, until you've got a handle on this, till you feel good unconditionally, you see. So not only do you receive the benefit of feeling good, not only does your point of attraction shift so that good feeling things are surrounding you, but you are a perpetuator of this unconditional love, because you aren't making demands on anyone or anything to be different than it is. And that, feel this. Feel the power in this. This is a bonus that you've been looking for, that you didn't expect to get in this way. But consider this. In this state of unconditional love, in this state of unconditional alignment, as something occurs in your experience that you can't control anyway, and you don't need to control anyway, feel the freedom in that. But then here's the peace that you didn't expect to find in this. In this consistent living and flowing and being of alignment without conditions needing to shift, you have changed your point of attraction to this place where the things that are in the vortex that you've been wanting can easily be realized by you. So it feels like your path is, you feel confident about where you're going. That confidence that you think you're going to gain by getting somebody else to approve of you is exponentially exaggerated by the entire universe that is cooperating. In other words, things just lining up for you, in big things lining up for you. And it's interesting because the reason that you want approval from others is because approval feels better than disapproval. But most of you are wanting to shore up your sense of self through the approval of others. But it's only a scanty little improvement that you can ever get from someone else. It doesn't mean that we don't want you to joyfully accept compliments from others. That's not what we mean. We just don't want you to need them. We want them to come naturally as in response to your vibration. So it doesn't feel like such an issue anymore, does it?
No.
So then how do you get there? In other words, now you understand it conceptually. So how do you get to that place where you feel no need for the approval of others? Because you've found yourself again and again in alignment with Source, who doesn't just approve of you, adores you, who knows you, who is you. Pure, positive energy flowing to you and through you. So then someone will say something to you like Tracy, Esther's daughter, said that one night she tucked Luke in. He was really little. And she said to Luke, "I love you." And he said, "I know." I know. Because that's what you're demonstrating. That's who you are. That's what you're not counting on words to... Don't you know I love you? Those words don't really match the energy that you're projecting. But when the energy that you're projecting matches the words that you're offering, oh, what an impact you have. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Second one. Wait.